Merry Christmas, child of God. It is Christmas and a lot of parties are going on. A lot of events are going on. I hope you're having fun. I hope you are celebrating. Jesus is the reason for the season and you are also the reason for the season. Do you know you are also the reason for the season? Because Jesus came that you might have life. He came that you will have dominion. He came that you will have victory. He came so that you will recover everything that the devil has stolen from you. So it's safe to say that you are the reason for the season. It was because of you that Jesus Christ was born. It was because of you that Jesus came. The Son of God came in the likeness of man. The Son of God came in the likeness of man for you. So compliments of the season. This is how important you are to God. This is how lovely you are to God. This is how precious you are to God. I want this to remind you of how precious you are to God, how important you are to God. So in this season of celebration, child of God, please do not lose sight of who you are. Remember, you are a chosen generation. You are a royal priesthood. He has called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. So no matter what you do in this season, remember you cannot celebrate like the world celebrates. You cannot celebrate like the world celebrates. You can only celebrate the God way. You can only celebrate the God way, bearing redemption in sight. You can't celebrate like the world celebrates. You must bear redemption in sight. In this celebration, you must guard what God has given you. Remember where you were coming from, child of God. Remember the things that happened in your life before today. Remember the things that you were struggling with, the things you were struggling with. Child of God, this is not the season for you to go back in those things. In this season, people tend to lose sight of who they are. Maybe because of friends are coming in, people are going to be taking you to parties and all. Please guard your heart, guard your mind, guard your body. Make sure that the places you are going to are the places that edify you. Make sure that the places that you're going to are the places that are befitting for the king and the priest that God has made you. Make sure that the places you're going to are the places that will add more to you and not make you lose the relationship you have with God, the relationship you have with God, the koinonia you have with God, the investment, the spiritual investment you've made with God. Make sure that this season is not a season that you will lose them. Let it be a season where you will fortify them. Child of God, remember that this season is just for a while. And remember that it is a transition season. While people are celebrating, there are men and women that are already arranging their year. There are men and women that are already constructing, arranging, commanding 2025 as a year. There are men and women that are already praying into their new season. Child of God, this is a transition moment. This is a transition season. Even though it is a celebration time, it is a transition season. Please pay attention. There are things that God is going to be speaking to you about your life. Pay attention. There are things that the Spirit of God is going to be revealing to you. Pay attention. There are times that the Spirit will be calling you for warfare. Pay attention. You are not like the world. God has called you for a greater glory. He has called you for something bigger. So in the season, do not lose sight of who you are. While you are playing, while you are partying, while you are going for events, make sure that the things you're doing are the things that will edify you, the things that will guard you, things that will keep the relationship and the investments you have with God. And I'll read from 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. And it says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Child of God, you are a child of God. You are Christ's owner. You are God's property. So all things might be lawful for the people in the world, but not all things are expedient for you. All things might be lawful for everyone, but not all things will edify you because of who you are. You are a chosen generation, a rare breed. So bear this in mind, carry it in your heart wherever you go, and know that in this season, you must not lose sight of who you are. You must preserve what you have with God. So compliments and make sure you have a good time. God bless you. Cheers.